we have a caller. Can we have your question? Hello?
Hello? Hey, can you hear me okay?
We can. What's your first name?
Hey, yes, this is Beth Raspberry.
And what's your question?
Okay. This is Beth Raspberry. So
I was calling because Dr. Bush was actually my son's doctor when he got bit about 8 years ago. And so I was calling to share my experience.
Okay, that's very nice of you. And where was your son bit?
He was bit on the back of his right calf. He's 10 years old, and he got bit in our backyard while he was playing with his brother.
Okay.
So this is Beth Raspberry. I took care of her son whenever he was bitten by a copperhead, and I think probably the thing I remember about that encounter was his brother, Ashton's brother, had put a tourniquet really tight on him, and it was so tight that it was almost cutting his circulation off, you know. And I remember when y'all came in, he was in pain from the snake bite, and he was in pain from the tourniquet. And we had to be careful about taking the tourniquet down because we didn't want to release a bolus of venom into his bloodstream. And so we wanted to make sure we got anti-venom going before we slowly released the tourniquet. Now, meanwhile, this tourniquet is causing him so much pain. And I don't know, Beth, if you remember that, but it was very stressful for like the first, 20 minutes of him being there. It was very stressful.
It was. I remember that, and it was one of those things where, growing up, his dad and I both, that's what we had always been taught to do, was to put a tourniquet on. And so his brother that was with him, that's what we always told them, because living in eastern North Carolina, you're going to come across copperheads. That's just something that's going to probably happen. And so my boys knew this is what you do in a situation like that. So his older brother did exactly what he was taught to do. And what we did as soon as it happened, it was within a minute. It started turning purple, and we were able to take him to the hospital. And on the way, I called. So when we got there, everybody in the emergency room, it was like, eyes on him and getting the care. And of course, Dr. Bush was there to help with that and gave excellent care to him. But yeah, I do remember, and that was an issue in itself, was releasing it in time. And I remember you mixing the anti-venom and when it was given to him, and then releasing the tourniquet, so that it was almost like watching it in action, as they met each other and just kind of dissolved that.
Yeah.